But you know what, people? You know what it is this Sunday? Do you have any idea what it is this Sunday? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday, and the New England Patriots in their unprecedented 10th Super Bowl are going for their 6th ring. Do you realize if Tom Brady wins, the Patriots win, I should say, right? If Tom Brady gets his 6th ring, he will have more Super Bowl championships than every franchise in the NFL, except for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Than the entire fucking franchise. Right now, he has more than every fucking franchise. That's what I say to Giant fans when they break my balls. Hey, we beat you twice. Yeah, you did. But you know what? Tom has more rings than your franchise in its entire fucking history. So I will take those 2 losses. And you know what? If you could turn the fucking tables and Eli could be sitting here with 5 rings and 2 losses to the Patriots, you'd fucking take that too. Why wouldn't you? You know? Everybody takes that deal. Those fucking terrorists take that deal. That's the same deal they take with the virgins, right? What would you rather have, my friend? 1 here or fucking 80 in the afterlife? I'll take the loss. I'll take the fucking loss. Anyways, I'll tell you Sunday. Oh, it's going to be a rough one. Everybody, I don't know, you know, every time the Patriots go, everybody, it's the fucking Patriots. They're going to win. And they give no fucking, I mean, the sports media does. And the average mouth-breathing moron gives no respect to the other fucking team as if they didn't walk through a whole fucking wall of fire to get where the hell they're at. I'll tell you what scares me the most about the Eagles, other than their defense, is their running game. That's what scares me, and I am deathly afraid of that in the second half. If they sort of established it and they start chewing up the clock and start wearing down our front 4. Like, Darren Sproles has, like, fucking video game speed. I mean, he is literally like a game-changer level back. And then they got LeGarrette Blount, which, you know, you don't need to tell a Patriots fan about how fucking, you know, clutch that guy is. And Nick Foles is not a backup quarterback. He's a starting quarterback that lost his job and then stepped back in and made it look like, why the fuck did you ever put me on the bench? I think it's going to be a really, really close game. And you know what's funny? People are just like, dude, what's it like? You know, your team's in it almost every year. It must be like fucking no big deal to you. It's always a big deal. And anybody whose team has been in the Super Bowl, you die 1,000 fucking deaths, even if your team wins. If your team loses, you just have to fucking... You just can't watch ESPN or any sports talk for a fucking week because it's going to kill you if you really care and you're a fan. So this is the funny thing. I'm doing Conan O'Brien the day after the Super Bowl. So that's either going to be, you know, me being elated or fucking just sitting there devastated, you know? Yeah. Super Bowl losses are fucking devastating. And you know what's funny? I've gone to 2 Super Bowls. I went to when the Patriots lost to Brett Favre. I was there when Brett Favre threw that first touchdown pass and took his helmet off and ran down the field going, wee, you know, as his agent rubbed his greedy hands together. Now, Brett, when you score a touchdown, take your helmet off so the whole world can see what an all-American guy you are. We'll get you the Wheaties box, right? That was the game within the fucking game. And I remember walking out of the Superdome, you know, having spent all that fucking money, you know, going back to your hotel room. You're in New Orleans, everybody's having a good time, and you're fucking walking away like Charlie Brown, especially me with my big head, right? And then you got to go to the airport the next day and just fly back quietly with all fans from your team, you know, and you just see another person also wearing the same team hat as yours that just lost. You just kind of look at each other, you know, put your eyebrows up. I mean, they had a good season. fucking brutal. And then I also went to the Patriots versus St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf. And when we won, and I got to feel that feeling, like floating out of the stadium, hugging complete strangers with the same, it's unreal. Like the level of emotion on that day is going to be crazy. So, you know what my feeling is for the game? I'm just nervous. Like this is going to be, I think it's going to be another classic. This is another thing too. All these fucking assholes, going, oh, fucking Patriots, fuck the Patriots. It's like the Patriots have probably been in arguably 7 of the top 10 Super Bowls of all time. Every one of them has been like a heart stopper, right? Other than, okay, the Bears one stunk. The fucking Green Bay Packers one was great until the opening kickoff, I believe, of the second half when that dude from Michigan ran it back. But the fucking Patriots versus the Rams, when that game happened, they were like, that was the most exciting Super Bowl of all time. Then when we played the Panthers with Jake Delhomme, that game was fucking unbelievable. The Eagles game wasn't that good. Donovan McNabb puked. That kind of ruined that one, right? And then the fucking undefeated Patriots, Spygate, all of that shit. And then fucking the Giants with the greatest fucking run on the road is a wild card team, wins the helmet catch, all of that, even though we lost. Unbelievable fucking game. Then we played the Giants again. All right? Brady to Welker, they dropped it, fucking heartbreaking. And then Eli once again makes an incredible pass. You can no longer say that he's got a horseshoe up his ass because he did it twice. Right? Another great one. Then the fucking Eagles, the Seahawks, wrong bird, are right down on the goal line. Marshawn Lynch, they're going to give it to him. How the fuck are the Patriots going to stop again? They run a pick route. Malcolm Butler jumps the route, and out of fucking nowhere, game over. And then last year, the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. So if you fucking hate the Patriots because they're in the Super Bowl again, you just basically hate the Patriots because they've won so many. But there's no fucking way you hate those games. What a better games. Before all of this bullshit went down, the best one I ever saw, and still one of my favorite ones of all time, was the Cowboys versus the Steelers, Super Bowl 14. And I actually wonder if that game has to have the most Hall of Famers in it. Let's go through it. All right, Franco Harris, Terry Bradshaw, Lynn Swann, John Stallworth, Mike Webster, L.C. Greenwood. This is just the Steelers. Mean Joe Green, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert, Mel Blount. That's 10. There's no fucking... This is probably, I bet you'd be hard-pressed to find that 10 on 2 teams. Then the Cowboys. Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Randy White. Is Drew Pearson in? I got to look up the Cowboys that are in. Who else do they have? Oh, Billy's getting old. He's getting old. Did Harvey Martin or Ed Too Tall Jones make it in? They must have had one other guy. 5. And then the 2 coaches, Chuck Noll and Tom Landry. Other than that drop in the end zone, which that's the only thing that sucked about that game. Bless his heart, he's got to be the sickest man in the building. I actually lost money on that game. I was in the 4th grade, and I bet with this girl that I had a crush on. I bet her a quarter or something like that, like 50 cents or 75 cents. I can't remember, but it was a big deal to me. 75 cents was a big deal back then. That was like 3 packs of football cards. So anyways, I think it's going to be a great game. And I don't know, hopefully we win. So I don't have to go on dressed like a fucking sad clown on Conan. But, and I'm also doing something that I never do. I'm going to a Super Bowl party. But it's only because I'm a dad now. We got this other great couple that, they got the cutest kid ever. So we're going to go over there and watch the game. chase our kids around and all that type of shit. But, I'm also going to record the game because if we win it, I'm going to want to come home after my daughter goes to sleep and I'm going to want to watch it again and possibly smoke a cigar. I got to give a shout out to somebody. I never really name names on this, so I'm not going to say the name. But last night when I was, before, when I found out that we weren't going to be able to fly back, and I was like, oh man, you got to be kidding me, blah, 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 blah. Fucking LA, something always happens. Somebody sent me back. He said, hey, somebody gave you this thing. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? It was this big bag. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get this back? I'm flying back in this little 2-seater, right? Oh, at that point, I knew that I wasn't flying back. And I looked in, it was a fucking box of Cuban cigars. Like a box of 25, which would be, if you bought them individually, that's like $1,000. So I was like, holy shit, who the fuck is this guy? So immediately I'm thinking, is this like some fucking oil man? Some evil fucking psycho or whatever. And then there's this card in there, and I open it up, and there's this big long letter in there. I'm like, oh God, is this going to be some crazy person? Because that's how the world is. And it was the nicest fucking letter I think I've ever gotten. This person had just mentioned that they had gotten into a motorcycle accident, lost their leg, and was going through this big depression. And, he listened to my comedy, and whatever the dick joke or what I was doing helped him get through it. And then he shows up with this giant fucking box of cigars. So I really I ended up having somebody run out to make sure that I could say thank you to the person who took pictures and everything. Fucking really, you mean, what usually happens to you at the end of the show? All the cool people go home because they're cool, and then either some drunk lunatic, which I always got a soft spot for a drunk lunatic, God knows I've been that guy, and usually their heart's in the right place. But it's usually some fucking psycho shows up. Huh? Oh, look who's here. No, I was talking about what just somebody really wrote a really nice letter. And, not somebody else also sent me something pretty cool, too. Gave me a fucking Led Zeppelin album with a picture frame to frame it. I'm not going to frame it. I'm going to fucking listen to it. But I just want to thank that person for, letting me know that my comedy did affect them that way. Because, you go on the road, you're out there. It's a weird time. Everybody's overly sensitive. It's nice to get some sort of positive feedback. Nia, why don't you come over here? Grab yourself a fucking pair of headphones. Oh. Look at this. Yeah, grab a headphone. I finally got the splitter. Hold on a second, everybody. Little technical difficulties. Am I back? All right, I'm back. No, you got to grab... Those are wireless headphones. You need to grab the headphones in the...
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, it's all right. Sorry, I fixed you up. I finally got a splitter. Todd Rex was the last fucking person that I love on this podcast that I was going to make sit across from me as I have the fucking headphones and they don't. You know what I mean? All right, so you plug it in. Yeah. Plug this fucker in right here. Bam, you grab the microphone.
Hello.
There we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
Modern technology. Oh, shit. It's 37 minutes in. You're coming in right at the end. Nia, who do you like in the Super Bowl? The New England Patriots?
Obviously.
Or the Philadelphia Eagles?
The Patriots.
Well, it's gonna be an unbelievable
Born
game.
in Boston. Gotta root for the Patriots.
You gotta root for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Tom's going for number 6.
The 6th Super Bowl ring?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's great.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to the
What do you feel like some of the keys to the...
Really looking forward to the...
What are some of the keys to the game?
Well, I think what we need is a strong defense. And, on the other end, we need a good offense as well. And, we just got to catch that ball and just get it into the end zone. You know what I mean? And when it's time to kick that field goal, you just got to kick it over the goal.
Over the goal. I mean, that's what you got to do, right?
You know what I mean? And you got to be real aggressive. You know what I mean? You got to keep the team from tackling the guy with the ball running to try to score a touchdown. You got to stop those guys who are trying to stop your guy, is what I mean. You got to stop those guys from stopping your guy.
And what do you think the Patriots' game plan is going to be against the Eagles' running game?
Oh, my God. It's going to be really intense. It's going to be really focused. It's going to be like, get in there. Fucking. Just get in there and, don't take any shit. Just don't let them score on you, man.
Oh, God. You know what's funny? That's what a lot of Super Bowl analysis sounds like. After those poor bastards. After 2 fucking weeks, that's like all they got. Like, yeah, I mean, if they just, you got to score more fucking points. I got nothing. How much longer do we got to sit here? All right. Well,